Well, good morning, everyone. Today is going to be an exciting day. We've been moving into our house for the last couple weeks and getting things done on the inside, some things on the outside. Back here in the backyard, we've started to do a little bit of work right over here. This area here was covered with weeds before. We've pulled them all out. Still not sure what we're going to be doing with this area. We're probably going to be adding some grass in to fill that in, and then this area right here, we're hopefully going to be putting in a patio area. So put the grill out, some chairs and some tables so that we can enjoy the outdoor space a little bit more. But the big project today is having some trees removed. We're in the backyard. We're going to have this magnolia tree that's right in the middle. It is half dead, so we're going to be taking that out. We have a crew coming to take care of all this work because I don't want to take trees out on my own. And then we have two holly trees right here under our massive oak tree that are just being swallowed up. They're a little bit in the wrong place, to say the least. So those are coming out as well. And then let's take a look at the front yard. So before we get to the front of the house, we actually have this evergreen here that's going to be coming out right next to the driveway. It's so overgrown and so closely planted to the driveway that every time that we try to drive our truck back here so that we can get way back here to the garage in the back, that the tree scrapes up the side of the truck. And Rachel's not a big fan of this one here, so that's coming out as well. And then as we move to the front of the house, we're going to be taking out another evergreen that's kind of towards the front porch of the house. It is big and overgrown as well, just covering up the whole front. This one here, as you can see, that's our front porch right behind there. You can't even see it. And then the final piece, or not the final piece, the big piece, which is probably going to take the longest, is taking out this pine tree here. Now this one here is an old pine tree. It's still pretty healthy, so that's not an issue. Unfortunately, it does drop sap and needles everywhere throughout the garden. And just opening that up will bring in a lot more light to the house during the daytime, which will help, especially in the winter time. But having that cleared out is going to be great. And then the tree team is also going to be trimming up some of the branches on this tree here to open it up a little bit because it hasn't been pruned back in a very long time. So I've got some time-lapse cameras that I'm going to set up to record the crew while they work, since I don't want to be out here poking around with this camera, getting in their way while they're doing their thing. So time to get that set up. As you can hear, our tree crew is hard at work. They're in the front taking off branches off of that massive pine. They took down this evergreen really quick. They just walked back here with chainsaw and started chopping things up. And then the holly trees, they took a couple branches off the bottom and then they just dropped them. So they're gonna come back here and clean these up a little bit, a lot. They're not taking the stumps out of those ones. But the magnolia tree back over here, they're going to take the stump out for that one just so that we can have smooth yard all the way front to back. They're going to grind that up, and then they're going to take out the rest of these branches. It's looking good already. They've got a lot of the work in the front done already. The pine tree is cut halfway down. All that's left is the bottom portion of the stump. And then this elm tree here, it's not infected yet with elm borer disease, but it's still healthy, it's looking like. So we're trimming back one of the major branches, cleaning it up a little bit so that the one branch isn't straight pointing at the house while all the other ones are going straight up. The work is done. They've been here for about 3 hours now, working non-stop. The front yard and the backyard. Right now they're clearing out a lot of the tree that was remaining from the holly tree in the back. But it's really looking good so far. I mean, we've got the backyard here, front yard. You can actually see the house, which is incredible. And from the inside of the house, it's amazing how much more light there is with that pine tree gone. They've probably got another hour or so just of cleanup stuff to do before they're out of here. And we'll give you a look at how things have changed from before until now. After about 3 hours worth of constant noise and work,
it's quiet again.
It is quiet again in front of our house.
Look at that. You can see the house.
It's there. We actually have a house. It's not a mystery house on the block.
No, I feel so open. It feels great out here.
One of the things that kind of not shocked us, but it was odd when we told people which house we were moving in on the block. People were like, oh, is it that house there, the white one, or the one with the red shutters? We're like, no, the one in the forest.
Yeah, you can't see
and
it.
Everybody knew exactly which house we were talking about because you can't see the front of the house, or you couldn't see the front of the house before.
No, you can. It looks great. These guys worked hard in the heat.
Yeah,
today it's excessive heat warnings. It's supposed to get up to 95, but when they got here about 9:30, it was what? It was like 87
86,
already.
87 already, yeah.
70-80% humidity already. I mean, they were dripping.
They were dripping sweat all the time.
Yeah, and they're off to another job. I thought this would be it for the day.
No, they've got more work to do. Yeah, they cleared out the back of the yard as well, took out an evergreen that was back there, and then also 2 holly trees, and then the magnolia tree that was in the middle of the yard. And then they cleaned everything up.
Yeah, they did a great job. Pulled everything out.
Grinded the stumps as well, which was fun to see.
Yeah, it's like a little robot machine. The girls thought that was awesome.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
To enjoy. We still have a lot of work to do. As you can see here, we've got a pile of stump grindings and some dirt to clean up. We've got a same one in the back for the magnolia tree.
Yeah, and we've got
then-
some things in mind of other things we want to clear out the front and kind of how we want to lay it out.
Yeah, but this was a good first step,
was
clearing
great.
things out. So many new things to do with a new house.
Exactly.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and check back in for our next home improvement video.